Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Today is Wednesday, October the 9th. My name is Judge Esparza. We have a couple of hearings scheduled for this afternoon. The defendants are present in the courtroom. They've all been sworn in. First case we're going to call is C 4632-24-J, State of Texas versus Erica Talarico. How do you pronounce your last name? Talarico. Okay. She is present in the courtroom. She does speak English. Sergio Sanchez, it's your motion. A little bit further back. Right there's perfect. Okay. Go ahead, Sergio.
Your Honor, good afternoon. Thank you for taking our petition. Judge, we waived the record and we're ready to proceed. Ms. Talarico, my office and I spoke with Ms. Talarico yesterday. Judge, I just want to proffer that if we were to proceed to trial on this case, we would be able to produce a number of legitimate prescriptions, unfortunately not in her possession at the time of arrest. And I think it's relevant for, well, it goes towards intent, Your Honor, and we'll be able to prove the legitimacy of these medical records. I'll submit them to the state. I just barely found out about this only yesterday, Your Honor. But with respect, if I could proceed by proffering that, her bond is $100,000. I'm appointed counsel to her. She can't make the bond as currently set. She has been deemed indigent. She's a U.S. citizen. Nonviolent matters, Your Honor. We're asking for the court to fashion PR bonds, Judge.
Sergio, for the record, one of the possessions, the under 28 grams, the complaint has been filed. It's CR 24-11702F. So I don't have any jurisdiction over that one. So the only one before us is the over 28 grams, which is also set at 50,000. What says the state?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ileana Sepulveda on behalf of the state judge. At this time, the state would be amenable to a $15,000 PR bond.
PR?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Mrs. Talarico, where do you live, man?
Corpus Christi, Texas.
You have a job up there?
A truck driver, but since my last fall, they relieved me of my duties until I have a follow-up on the medical to determine if I'm gonna stay in the same position or they're gonna move me to a chemical job.
Do you have a house up there?
I do. I have.
Or do you have an apartment?
No, it's a house.
You own it or renting it or
Renting for 14 years now.
your children?
Grown, 18 and 25.
You live by yourself?
I do.
What's your address?
438 Via Drive.
That's where you received the mail?
Yes. But I'm staying at my son's apartment for the last couple of weeks because I had a seizure. And he doesn't want me to stay home by myself. And since
Understand, if you get out on a PR bond, you're gonna have to come back to Hidalgo County at some point to take care of this case. You understand that? If you don't show up when you're supposed to, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. So if you get out, stay in contact with your attorney. Do you understand that? I'll be reduced to $5,000 PR. You've got two cases. Only one is before me. The other case, the complaint has been filed and it landed in another court. So your attorney will file the proper paperwork to get that bond reduced. I don't know if it'll be today or this week, but they'll take care of that for you. You understand? Anything else, Sergio?
Judge, so I understood that to be the F court, County Court 6.
That's correct.
More than likely, I'll proceed, Judge, with just requesting that she be placed on the docket immediately. I hope as quickly as tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, you may want to reach out to him. Judge Garcia is usually there he's usually there 5 days a week, so that may be.
Yes, sir. Thank you
All
for
right.
that, Judge, and thank you for taking us out of order.
All right, no problem. Thank you. Good luck to you, man.
Okay, all right, may I add one more thing? On the follow-up on the close to a 10, I do have a bump on the side of the head from, I guess what they would call like a goose egg. And it might be a possible blood clot. So it's like a timing thing for me to get back to medical attention in my hometown.
Okay, have a seat. They'll check you out here. Did you notify the staff here?
Yes.
They checked you out here?
Very quick when they were doing the TV, she was just sending people in and out.
Tell her about that, your
I
injury?
told her I had a fall and, they didn't even, put me like in a request.
Advise them. Okay. All right, thank you, Sergio.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
The next case we're gonna call is C 4643-24-H, State of Texas versus Oscar Gonzalez. You speak English, correct, Mr. Gonzalez?
Correct.
Frank Lozano, you may proceed.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Thank you. This is Frank Lozano for Mr. Gonzalez. Your Honor, on this writ, the alleged crime, the possession of controlled substance, was alleged to have occurred back in 2020. It is now 2024. That has exceeded the statute of limitations. For that reason, Your Honor, I am asking if the court could dismiss the probable cause for this complaint, or in the alternative, set a PR bond so that I could reach out to the district attorney's intake division and alert them to the fact that this is a 4-year-old case. He's never been indicted and it exceeds the statute of limitations.
Your Honor,
It says the state.
well, the state is acutely aware of this situation, Judge. He was sent to TDC, and so that's why the warrant was pending. He pled to 30 months TDC back in 2021, and so he was sent over before this case, the warrant in this case was signed, and so that's how this situation happened. But we're working on it, and at this time, the state is also amenable to a PR bond, Judge, given that circumstance.
Mr. Gonzalez, where do you live, sir?
Sir, I was living by myself, but during the current situation, I lost my apartment, so I'll be staying with family now.
Where, do you know the address where you're gonna be staying?
Yes, sir.
What's the address?
It's 106 Rancho Blanco Road, Alamo, Texas, 785516.
House or apartment?
Yes,
That where will you receive mail there, or do you get a PO box?
I've received mail there.
106 Rancho Blanco Road.
Correct, sir.
You been in contact with family members, Mr. Lozano? Or anybody?
Mr. Gonzalez, Your Honor. Oh, are you asking me?
Yes.
Oh, yes, Your Honor, we do have we do have contact with his family, so we do have an alternative contact number for him.
And Judge,
Do you have a working phone number, sir? Hang on just a minute. Do you have a phone number?
I got a phone number, sir, but I've been in here the past 30 days, so it's probably disconnected.
Okay,
I'm trying to get it back on my feet as soon as I get out, sir. I'm a forklift driver, so hopefully.
make sure that when you get out, before you release, that they put down your corrected address, because they still have an address in Hidalgo. That's where they're gonna send the notice. You don't show up to court, they're gonna issue a warrant for your arrest. So give them the correct address where you're gonna be staying when you get out. I'm sorry, Yana, do you have something to say?
yes, Judge, just for the court's information, he did plead to 12 years deferred adjudication on a Class B collision involving damage to a vehicle on September the 26th, Judge. And so he's on probation.
September of this year?
Yes, Judge, like 2 weeks ago. That's how
Okay.
the warrant got served, because he picked up that arrest on August the 20th.
Then make sure you report to your probation when you get out. Bond will be reduced to $1,500 PR. You'd like to.
Thank you, Your Honor.
it's not going away,
Excuse-
so your attorney will take care of it, but report to your probation, you're gonna make matters worse for yourself. All right, good luck to you.
Certainly.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I may be excused.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Frank.
Have a good afternoon.
You too. The last case we're gonna call is C 4624-24-H, State of Texas versus Apolinar Hernandez. This is Sammy Reyes' case. I don't see him on the screen. Have you had any contact with Mr. Reyes? Or do you have a recommendation on this case, Ileana?
Judge, I have not been in contact with Mr. Reyes, and we do have a recommendation, Judge, for $5,000 cash or surety on each count.
Two counts, right?
That's correct, Judge, and he does have a lengthy criminal history, a misdemeanor criminal history, Judge. And given the facts of the case, there were some pretty bad injuries to the to the officer in this case, and so we wouldn't be amenable to a PR bond, Judge.
As long as you've been in jail 52 days. Senor Hernandez, where do you live, Mr. Hernandez? What city?
Aquí en Burgos, pero yo soy de Reynosa.
Edinburgh,
Who do you live with?
¿quién vive aquí?
Bueno, está con mi esposa,
¿Su esposa?
ya murió. Lo que hace, son los hijos.
Con sus hijos.
Sí,
With his children.
mi esposa ya murió.
In a house or an apartment?
Casa de apartamento.
No renta. Estoy con la abuela de ella.
Pero es una casa.
Sí,
O es un apartamento.
No, casa renta, un casa.
He rents a house.
How old are you, sir?
¿Qué edad tienes?
Soy 57, 69 años por ahí.
69.
Is he born, sir?
¿Dónde nació, sir?
En Reynosa.
Does he have the status? I saw his,
It's he got the paper straight. And the citizen.
okay, I didn't see an ice hold on him, even though it says his place of birth was Reynosa. Spoken to your attorney,
¿Ha hablado con su abogado? ¿Ha hablado con su abogado? ¿Su abogado?
Sammy Reyes?
¿Tuvo contacto con usted?
Sí, ya fui 2 veces allá.
Pero aquí, en la cárcel.
Ah, no, nomás.
Sí, sí, sí.
Sí, chaparrito.
Is that he been in contact with him?
Sí.
When did you speak to him? Yesterday?
No mucho, pero sí,
Una semana, unos días.
Your Honor, and just for the court's information, Judge, the allegation on this case, are also, the state has a concern with the fact that he's like a danger to himself and to the community. He was allegedly laying in the middle of the road, Judge, in McAllen, Texas, and they were trying to arrest him for obstruction of a highway or the road. They had to call it in, and they tried to get him off, and he was just laying there. And so that's how this whole situation began.
Yeah, I read the report. Mr. Hernandez, do you know the address where you live?
¿Conoce la dirección? No, Judge.
No, it doesn't have anything here either. I'm gonna reduce the bonds to $1,500 cash surety, to make it $1,000 cash surety on each one. Only because there's no address there. I don't know where he's going. It has a Reynosa address, it looks like. And we need to have a local address. If his attorney calls in, we'll notify him. Tell him his bond's gonna be reduced to $1,000 cash surety on each count for a total of $2,000, which means he'd have to pay about $200 or $300 to a bondsman if he wants to get out.
Probablemente les cobre entre 200.
So you understand that?
Ajá, para poder salir, nada más. He understands that he says he doesn't have that money.
Okay. We'll see if his attorney contacts us later, just so, see if he has any contact information locally. Right now, I'm gonna reduce it to $1,000 cash surety on each count. Yana, thank you for your help.
Entonces serían cuántos millones.
Looks like my computer's clicking out. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Judge. Thank you so much.
All right, have a good afternoon. Thanks a lot.
Likewise. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.